Hello and welcome to another Stamp with Amy K Facebook Live video. And today I'm going to show you how I made a really quick little gift box with some products from Stampin' Up. So I am just out here, like I said, just going to show you really quickly. It's one of the mini paper pumpkin boxes. So if you're hopping in, feel free to say hello and let me know you're here live. If you're watching the replay, that is just awesome too. So I appreciate you being here and checking out the video whenever you do it. All right, so let's get going quickly on this because I know that everybody's, I'm sure, wanting to get some Black Friday shopping done. I know I've done a little bit today. Not nearly as much as I need to because, goodness, I don't know, it's just been a strange year. I feel like I was going to have forever to get all this shopping done, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, Christmas is going to be here, and I'm not going to be ready. So, all right. Hey, Karen and Debbie, thanks for hopping in today. I appreciate that, and Trudy as well. So, and Julie, hello. Glad y'all are here and joining today. So I made a little, it's one of the mini paper pumpkin boxes, which I think I already said that. And I just decorated it up with a couple of kind of cute little things from I think it's the Warm Hugs Suite is the name of the whole thing, the product suite, or the Heartwarming Hugs product suite. So I kind of mixed and matched a few things together in here and just created a little box. So, oh, you're watching while you're decorating? All right. See, our decorating doesn't take very long here. We put the tree up and have a few things to put out and about, but other than that, it goes pretty quickly at our house. Thank goodness. So, hey, Tammy, thanks for hopping in today as well from North Dakota. All right. So this is the gift box we're going to be making today. So I'm going to set it aside here and talk about a couple of the things we're going to use. This is the Wrapped in Christmas stamp set, and that is where the sentiment from my little gift box came from. I used a little something for you, but this one is a really good kind of general sentiment set that you can use for cards or gift boxes or whatever it is that you might like. So, hey, Karen, thanks for joining in today. Or Kevin, good heavens, I can't read and talk. I saw Karen and Kevin side by side and wrong name. So thanks for joining in today. I appreciate you being here. So, all right, so this is the stamp set, one of the stamp sets we're using. And then the other one is the Warm Hugs stamp set. And I actually used the little tiny tree images out of here. And the Warm Wraps dies, I used the little tree image as well as the kind of stitched circle die cut as well. So those are the pieces that we're using for the card today. See, I'm just, oh goodness, for the gift box today. The other thing that I did use was the Wrapped in Texture embossing folder. So I actually used the polka dotted one, which is the one that's it's got 4 little polka dots in a square. So I don't know if that's polka dotted or not, but I call it the polka dotted one. Hey, Jeanne, thanks for hopping in from Oregon as well. But these two come together in a set when you order them, which is very cool. So you get 2 of the little kind of mini embossing folders rather than one larger one. So this works really well for tags, and if you're running a little strip of something across the project, they're fantastic embossing folders for that. And I don't know, I guess I don't know if I showed you the tag very well, but I did use that on the background of the tag for my project today. All right, let me set the stamp sets out of the way. And hey, Jackie, thanks for joining. One thing really quickly, Curvy Celebrations is still going on. So Stampin' Up! Has got a new bundle, the Quite Curvy Stamp Set Bundle. This one is actually going to be in the upcoming January to June mini catalog, but it's available now. They are letting everybody order it a little bit early. Hey, Kayla, thanks for joining today. We also have the Curvy Christmas Stamp Set that coordinates with the dies in the Classic Christmas 6x6 Designer Series paper that also kind of coordinates with everything in here. The Stampin' Up! Has a Quite Curvy variety bundle that includes all 4 of the items, and everything is discounted at 10% off with this bundle. Or you can just purchase the Quite Curvy bundle, or just the Curvy Christmas stamp set, or just the Designer Series paper. So whatever it is that you might like out of here, you can definitely get. Just so you know, if you purchase either the Quite Curvy bundle or the Quite Curvy variety bundle from me, you're going to get a special set of tutorials that a group of us worked on as a little added bonus for your order. All right, so let us hop on and get moving here with the project. So I have pre-cut some of the Designer Series paper. I'm going to be putting everything out on my blog tomorrow as far as the sizing requirements for covering this box, but I'll try to remember to go through them as I stick things down and let you know what the sizes are. But if not, check the blog post tomorrow, and I'll link it up in the video as well so that you'll be able to see that. So, All right, glad you just finished lunch, Melanie, and Mary, thanks for joining as well. All right, so first things first, this is one of the mini paper pumpkin boxes. The first thing that you want to do when you assemble these, they're super easy to put together, but you just want to go through and fold on all of the score lines so that everything is kind of pre-folded and ready to go. And everything folds inward, if that makes sense, so that the shiny side goes in. These are food safe boxes, so that's why it's got kind of that shiny coating on it, so that you can put little goodies in here if you would like to. And then we're just going to fold these all over and fold the flaps here on the end all down, and we are all good with the folding part. So to assemble the box, it's super simple. All you do is fold in. I'm just going to do one side at a time here. So you're going to fold in so that the two flaps are in here, and then you take the side flap and basically tuck it down into the little pre-cut slots down here in the bottom of the box. So that holds the sides together. Again, just the same thing on the other side. Try and get this flap out of the way so it doesn't block your view when I'm assembling this. So again, you're just going to tuck the two little tabs that go in on the bottom or on the sides of the box, and then flip the tabs over and put them into the pre-cut slots, and that's all there really is for assembling this. So to close the top, you're just going to fold in your flaps, fold it over, and then you tuck the little flaps here in on the ends. Hopefully you can see it. I know it kind of, the camera gets a little fuzzy sometimes when I go up close. And that's it. So the box is really easy to assemble. It's all pre-cut and pre-scored for you. All you have to do is fold it and attach the pieces together, basically tuck the little flaps in, and it's all good. So, all right, so the designer series paper that I used is from the Heartwarming Hugs designer series paper. The largest piece that covers the top, and if you wanted to cover the bottom, you certainly could, but I didn't. So don't tell anybody. We're hiding the bottom. Nobody looks at the bottom of it anyway. So, all right, so the piece of designer paper that goes across the top, the measurements are a little weird for it. So it is 3 3/4 this way, and it is 5 9/16 of an inch this way. And I know 9/16 is a weird measurement, but it was just, it didn't fit the other way. I tried to go with 9/16 would be 5 1/2, and that was too small, and 5 5/8 was a little bit too big. So I discovered if I kind of went right in the middle of the two, then it fit perfectly. And you're going to see that with all of the measurements on the little strips here that I'm going to be adding as well. So it's kind of like, you know, the 11/16 and 9/16 kind of strange measurements on it. I am using Stampin' Seal Plus to adhere the designer paper onto the box. I don't know that you would necessarily need to. I think Stampin' Seal would probably hold it well enough. But anytime I do a 3D project, I usually tend to use a little bit sturdier adhesive just to make sure. So I've got 2 strips here that are cut to this size and 2 that are cut to this size. The longer strips are 1 inch wide by 5 11/16 long. And again, the narrower or the smaller strips are 1 inch wide by 3 11/16 inches long. So again, I know the measurements are a little strange on it, but like I said, it just kind of fits perfectly on the gift box when you cut it just like halfway between the 2 measurements. So we're going to take the longer strip and put it here on the side of the box. And I'm just simply lining things up here. If you have paper that is really directional, which the stripes sort of are, you'll kind of want to be a little careful about how you put the stripes on and making sure that, I guess this pattern, it doesn't matter quite as much because it's just the red and white stripes. But this one, I tried to do it so that my stripes were lined up around the corner of the box. So hopefully that makes sense, but just made sure that my pieces all matched up around the box with the wider green band here, the wider red band here, and the wider green band down here. So hopefully that makes sense to you as you're looking at it. But so if your paper is definitely directional, you kind of want to be a little bit careful and make sure that you put it on the box the right way around. The first time that I did it, I actually hadn't assembled the box first, and I ended up with things not the right way. So I would highly recommend, even though it's not terribly cumbersome to do it this way. Usually it's easier for me when I adhere things on when the box is flat, but I just found that with these boxes, because of the way that they fold together, the flap in particular and the sides, it was just easier for me to sort of get my head around how to adhere the designer paper on when I had the box all assembled, so that I could see what it would look like in the end, rather than guessing which flap was going to go where. All right, and again, my narrower flaps, I'm just going to go and adhere that, or narrower panels, I should say, I'm adhering that to the side of the box. Same thing over on the other side. All right, I'm going to set my Stampin' Seal aside here. And I'm going to stick this one on. Hopefully I'm not getting too close to the camera so it doesn't get all fuzzy, but if I am, it'll straighten out in a second. All right, so adhering that together. The next thing that I did was I took some of the really pretty Mossy Meadow diagonal striped ribbon, and I just wrapped it around the box and tied a little bow here. And it was just a single bow. I didn't try to do anything really fancy. I thought about trying to wrap it under the box and make it like where it comes across on the sides, but it ended up with kind of a strange little lump under the box, which I didn't love. So I just made a single bow and decided to go with it that way because I thought it looked just as pretty. All right, this bow ribbon is actually different on the two different sides. So the way that I fix that is I basically just flip it and kind of tuck the ribbon around so that you're not really able to see that it's, you know, white on one side and green on the other. I just flip it so that all the green is up or all the white is up, whatever your preferred side is. So, oh, you were over on YouTube, I'm sorry. I have been having trouble with YouTube, and I thought about giving it a try over there today, but I just decided that today was not the day to mess around with YouTube. So, I decided to hop on Facebook. So, all right, sorry about that. Glad you found me though. So. All right, so we've got the box, the basics put together here. I did a little pre-cutting and embossing on the tag. So this is the background for my tag, and this is cut to 2 7/8 inches long by 2 inches wide. And I embossed it ahead of time with one of the wrapped in texture embossing folders. And then we are going to take the Scallop Tag Topper punch, which it's probably easier to see at that side. And I'm just going to slide the paper into the punch all the way, punch the end of it. So we get the little bit here that you can tie through. And then I got another punch out because I wanted the bottom end of it to be a little bit rounded as well. And this is the detailed trio punch, which hopefully you can see that. I guess, I don't know if it's easier to see it upside down or right side up. But this one has a nice corner rounder in it. So that is what I used on here. So just, this punch is really easy to use. You just slide your paper in. There are guides here and here for your sides of your paper. And then you're just going to punch it down. Turn it the other way, make sure you're lined up, and punch it down, and then you've got nice rounded corners on your tag. All right, so next up, I did a little bit of stamping. And again, I did a little bit ahead of time. We're going to do a little bit here on screen. So I've got Real Red ink, and I have pre-cut this. This was cut from the heartwarming, or the Warm Wraps dies. So I've got, this is what I used, and it's the stitched circle die to cut just a circle from Whisper White cardstock. And again, I've got the Real Red ink, and just going to do a quick little bit of stamping here on the die cut. Hopefully I'll get it in somewhat the right place, and hopefully I won't smudge anything. All right, let me see. Slide it down here a little bit so I can see better. One nice thing about it being a circle is that, you know, you don't have to worry so much about it being turned the right direction or centered or anything like that. All right, so I have done one of these trees ahead of time, but I figured I'd do one of them here on screen with you as well. And I'm using the Warm Hugs little tree images, and I'm going to start with Mossy Meadow ink. And that is, I'm stamping the outline tree image in Mossy Meadow ink. And again, I'm just stamping it on Whisper White cardstock. I find that when I do these two-step stamped images, that if I do the darker image first and then come back in with the lighter, it's a little bit easier for me to see and get everything lined up on it. So that works best when I do it, but however it works best for you, that's cool too. Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining in today. So I've got Pear Pizzazz as my inside color for my tree. And again, I just pulled those colors right out of the Designer Series paper pack. So from the Heartwarming Hugs designer paper, that's right where those came from. So, and I think it's such a great holiday pack of paper. I love it. So, all right, so I've got the inside tree, and I'm just going to line it up here. and it stamps pretty easily and nicely. And I always do a little, thank goodness I got it to stamp the right way, and didn't go out of the line. It's always a little more challenging when I'm doing it with a camera in between me and what I'm stamping, but it's all good. So, all right, so I have got the die here that I'm going to be using from the Warm Wraps dies, and it's just this cute little tree image. You just ordered the set. It's such a good one, Michelle. You're going to love it. You're going to have fun playing with it. Lots and lots of great holiday ideas out there. And I'm going to do the little die cutting here off to the side. It's on my right-hand side, so I'm going to be off screen for a second doing some die cutting. Hopefully y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. We had a good one here. It was pretty quiet, which is nice. Got to do a little Zoom call with my family. So we're celebrating a little differently this year. I'm hopeful that Christmas we're able to actually do some get-togethers, but we'll kind of have to wait and see what's all going on then with this crazy virus thing. So, all right, did the die cutting here, and again, just the little Christmas trees. I'm going to take a couple of glue dots and adhere down. Did y'all do anything fun for Thanksgiving, or did everybody just kind of stay home and do their own thing with their immediate families? I don't know. Some people, it sounded like we're getting together in smaller groups. Some were staying home by themselves, and hopefully whatever you did worked out well. All right, I'm just using again glue dots to adhere down the two little die cut Christmas trees, and I'm just going to adhere them sort of offset from each other and a little bit hanging off the tag. And then I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to adhere this to the tag that we went ahead and punched and embossed earlier. So, and I'm using my little half Stampin' Dimensionals. So just a couple of those, and pick the backing off of them, adhere it to the tag, and then we're going to tie it to the gift box, and we're going to be all done. So, oh no, your husband undercooked the turkey. Well, that will make for an exciting Thanksgiving. Wow, that's not, it happens sometimes, that's all I'm going to say. So I'm adding on one of the little red rhinestone basic jewels, and I'm just going to put that over here next to the sentiment. Stayed at home, made his first turkey, and son made mashed potatoes for the first time. See, it's not all bad. Everybody gets to learn a little something and try something new, even if it didn't turn out perfectly. Oh, just had a quiet Thanksgiving with your family. That's good too. That was sort of what we did here. We actually do prime rib for Thanksgiving because I'm weird. Turkey is okay, but I look at it always and I go, if I'm going to do all the work for the big dinner, I don't want to just have turkey when I'm done. So our tradition for about the last 20 years or so has been to do prime rib. And it's kind of nice and kind of different. I always get that really strange look from the guy at the meat counter in the store when I'm ordering it. And he's like, "You're doing what for Thanksgiving?" And I'm like, "Yes, I know it's weird, but that's what we do." So, all right. But yep, it was good. Ours was nice too, nice and quiet. So always a good thing. Right now, I am taking one of, and I forgot to tell you what I was doing, the glittered star ornaments, and they come with a little string on them. Oh, made turkey and sweet potatoes and dressing. No pies. What? Rosie, I don't think we can be friends anymore. Pies are like the whole thing Thanksgiving. That's what all the work is for, is then you get to eat the pie. So the glitter star ornaments do come with a little string attached to them, which is nice for tying it onto things. But because I wanted it tied in a specific place, I trimmed off the little knot that they'd put in it and just made it so that I could tie it around the bow here. I'm just going to tie a quick little bow. Well, a quick little knot, I should say. Hopefully a quick knot. And we will be all done. All right. And I'm going to trim down. I still can't believe no pies for you, Rosie. Not even a chocolate pie or anything? Goodness. So, you're saving for your daughter's Christmas or pumpkin roll at Christmas? Yeah, that sounds pretty yummy. I don't know. I don't think I could resist the pies, though, at Thanksgiving, because why not both? See, that's my thought. So, all right. Well, that is all that I have for you today. So just some quick little gift packaging. I figure we're kind of moving out of the Christmas card. Hopefully design phase is done and everybody's just working on the stamping. But now it's time to start thinking about packaging up your pretty Christmas gifts and, you want to have a little something pretty to give things away in as well. And these boxes are a nice size. They work well for jewelry or for little cards or gift cards, anything like that. You can tuck right inside. It's a good size project. So thanks so much for joining today. I appreciate you being here. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Black Friday shopping and your leftovers and, everything else that comes along with Thanksgiving. So I appreciate you all being here. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll plan to hop back on live on Facebook around 2 o'clock Eastern time. And I am hoping that I can get my YouTube account all straightened back out and I'll be able to go live on YouTube sometime soon. I'll let you know what I do. So thanks again for joining today. Have a great weekend and we will chat soon.